Hi guys, Evangelist Jay Nepomuceno with Acclaim Ministries. I'm glad to be able to join you even through this avenue of technology. So thankful we have this way to be able to share some thoughts and even fellowship at times. Mark chapter 9, have a thought from a story that you're probably familiar with. A man is in need of a miracle for his son. His son has been possessed with a demon. The demon is making this boy do some terrible things. At first, he brings his boy to the disciples who turn out to be completely powerless to be able to do anything. So they bring the man and this boy to Jesus Christ. Now, Jesus Christ looks at this man and it says, if you believe, all things are possible. This man looks back at Jesus Christ. And remember, he's desperate for a miracle for his boy. He looks at Jesus Christ and he says, Lord, I believe. Of course, right? I mean, he wants to have this miracle, but there's such a sudden change. And if you look at Mark chapter 9, verse number 24, he says, Lord, I believe. And then right away he says, help thou mine unbelief. It's as if he catches himself in a lie. And, he's talking to Jesus Christ anyway, might as well come clean, right? And that's probably how we should live our lives all the time. He knows, so might as well just be honest. He says, Lord, I believe, but help thou mine unbelief. What is he saying? He says, yes, Lord, I believe. I know you're the Christ, all that. I've heard about your miracles. Maybe he's seen the miracles. He says, I believe, but inside, there's a whole bunch of unbelief. Oh, I've got some worry. I have some anxiety over this thing. And so he's acknowledging to Christ, and he's probably worried, probably thinks, man, I blew it. I have to believe. And I think we do that to ourselves. We end up beating ourselves because we know the truth about us. Like, what we're living in right now. Yes, of course, we believe that God's in control, but you know what? There might be a whole bunch of anxiousness, right? There might be some anxiety. There might be some worry. We might not be handling this as well as we might see other people with this really strong faith. And what do? We start to beat ourselves up. We start to condemn ourselves. But here's the thing. He acknowledged his unbelief. And Jesus Christ did not condemn. And so if Jesus Christ wouldn't condemn, we shouldn't either. Because here's the thing. Jesus Christ doesn't need us to have perfect, unshakable faith. He doesn't. Because this man got his miracle. Remember, Jesus Christ said it himself. If you have faith as what? A grain of mustard seed, then you could move mountains. So it could be this man had 10% belief and 90% unbelief. But from what Jesus Christ says, I believe this man could have had 1% belief and 99% unbelief. Jesus Christ didn't condemn, but not just that. Jesus Christ performed the miracle for this man and his boy, and he was released of this demon. Here's the truth. Most of us, we don't have that Hebrews 11 and the Hall of Faith, Hebrews 11, Hall of Faith, Heroes of the Faith type of faith. Most of us are normal people with normal struggles, with normal everyday worries, and right now we're living in something that is just unprecedented, and we shouldn't beat ourselves up or other people up if we have some worry over it, or if we have some anxiety over it, because Jesus Christ wouldn't do it. All Jesus Christ needs from us, remember, is a grain of a mustard seed of faith. Is he in control? Yes, of course he's in control. Do we have some worry or some anxiousness about it? Maybe we do. And you know what? That's okay, because Jesus Christ is bigger than our worry. As long as we have that faith, that little bit of faith, that's all he needs from us. Let me tell you, I'll admit, a couple days ago, just the nature of what I do, I've been around people some, I started to get the sniffles a little bit, started to cough a little bit, and I wonder, of course, I'm looking at the symptoms. Do I have it? And I started to think about my family, and I've got kids. I've got an autistic son who doesn't understand social distancing. And then what if I get it? And then it spreads to my family. And what would happen? Of course, I had these thoughts. Now, was Jesus Christ mad at me for that? No, he wasn't. Of course, I knew deep down, I'm really not that far deep down, but even if it was deep down, remember, even if it was just a grain of belief, just a grain of faith, then I had all this worry and anxiety. Jesus Christ is bigger than this, because all he needs is this. So we got to remember that. It'll help us stay spiritually healthy, mentally healthy, not to beat ourselves up for something that Jesus Christ would not beat us up over.